Hi, I'm Robert Savino, and as I'm here today, my first poetry book, full-length poetry book, is in its final stages of production at the printer. So I'll be reading selections from that book today, Inside a Turtle Shell, being published by All Book Books. The first poem, Inside a Turtle Shell, the title poem. In an underground burial ceremonial, the turtle hibernates in utter solitude, beneath elements of age-encrusted rock and camouflage blanket of color. Some think it likes to live a life of laziness. Some think it can't stand the light of day. Some think it fears tribal predators. On the first warm day, a frog, the rainmaker of myth, comes out from under the mire of water, in tune, to celebrate erotic pleasure and wake the turtle from winter dreams. The turtle rises, carapace curved between the heavens and its underbelly, and transports the world, a foot in every corner. Earmarked the wisest of all creatures by the Iroquois, it lumbers through the wilderness, eating the scenery, absorbing everything in field of view, alone, weary for sanctuary. Approach the turtle, and it retreats, keeping everything inside. Gently I elevate this turtle to my ear, and hear myself breathing, keeping it all inside. I imagine its shell moments after journey's end, a rattle for a Shawnee shaman. Forever stoned in some other time. The body sleeps in a mansion of stone. Open windows eye the earthworm's surface, snatched by an old crow. The jaw ajar fills with melted snowflakes. Visitors, mournful for someone, know how old I was, know how alone I am, in a cradle rocked by undercurrents. Imagine. It will always be a day to remember, that 11th day of the 9th month of the 2nd year of the 21st century. New York City, a victim. Its civilian and uniformed heroes, victims. Imagine the individuals. Imagine the multitudes. Thousands of flowers, thousands of tears, a gathering in silent prayer. Imagine this day vanishing into cloud breaks of emptiness, without a memory, muddled by scrambled affliction and scaffolding plans for tomorrow. There are faces in the light above, wandering about, traveling together. Imagine the wind tell tales. This next poem is a love poem, one the kind I don't often write, but this was written for my granddaughter last year for her 4th birthday, and it is also the 2008 Oberon Poetry Prize winning poem. Breakfast with Sophia. She wakes on a bed in the living room, in the dark. She crawls to the foot and peeks over the edge to see if I had been to sleep at all. Then unhinges into a series of karate moves and says, "Grandpa, I'm going to beat you up." I engage for a short while, then quickly take to the breakfast table, a clandestine coward. After one period of Fruit Loop table hockey, she eats. I tangle with nocturnal words, aloud. She lifts her spoons, holding it like nunchucks, and says, "Grandpa, you a knucklehead." Then follows me everywhere, with her mother's eyes, a pastime of summer fun, all over again. When she leaves, flowers in the garden droop. Crabgrass and dandelions peek out over the sod. I imagine her return as a teen or young adult, reading this poem to me, or saying, "Come on, Gramps, I can't dance to this." This next poem is a little bit of history about Long Island from its early days up to and including a possible projection of the future, and it's called Ghostland. Eden, long forgotten, the poet's Palmanac evolves as paradise, reshaped by the activity of angry elements and continental collision. Glacier chunks penetrate the terrain. melting two lakes, Ronkonkoma and Success. 13 tribes of Indians become the Adam and Eve, carving out from their dreams a medicine wheel of nations, ceremonial to this turtle island, until the Dutch take claim to the land they call Lang Island, and the fish transforms to and through the legacy of Robert Moses, progress to paradise lost, threads of memories swallowed in tasteless mouthfuls by the sea. The fish swims in and out of a skull's eye sockets, the sky above, moving water. And my final poem is a new poem and the only one that is not included in the book. Idle Seesaw. Yesterday is suffocated by a new dawn rising. Children have abandoned the balance of a seesaw for open fields of endless, wireless possibility. There are walls of separation between literal and virtual that deprive today's child of old school discipline. There have been radical changes to games in the playground, more pain and loss than indulging in French fries can heal. Yet thumb fingering of handheld devices has elevated expectation to necessity levels. So what happens when frequency failures tumble towers to the ground, and there is no readiness to escape, only to place blame on promoters of the game? The young find themselves in mirrors of parents, where high voltage energy wrinkles after streaks are cleansed, too late to suppress allowances. The future keeps getting closer. The groundskeeper is gone from the park, a sign of the times like a clock without hands. Rust hinders gliders of tomorrow's turnstiles. Ghost whispers fade in spiritual surrender. And while bulldozers yaw beneath gray clouds, I sit at the low end of a seesaw. Thank you.